Good afternoon. Today we will discuss about polymorphism, its types of C++. This subject belongs to first year, second semester. Okay. So first. C++, one of the powerful feature is reusability. It means already we having one concept we are using for one application. Same concept we can use for another application also. That is called reusability. In reusability there are three concepts are there. First, polymorphism, templates and inheritance. These are the powerful features of C++ which supports reusability. Polymorphism. If we come to definition, polymorphism means the ability to make more than one form or same thing can perform different tasks is called as a polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphisms are there. First one is compile time polymorphism, second time is runtime polymorphism. We will see. First one is compile time polymorphism. Second one is runtime polymorphism. See, compile time polymorphism also called as a static binding or static linking. Runtime polymorphism also called as a dynamic binding or dynamic linking. Okay. So example of compile time polymorphism is overloading. Runtime polymorphism achieved by virtual function. Okay. So in CPP, runtime polymorphism is achieved by virtual function. Compile time polymorphism example overloading. Okay. So why it is called compile time, why it is called runtime, we'll see. It means the compile time means at compilation time same object can shows different behaviors. Here it will not shown at compilation time. At runtime same object can perform different behaviors. We'll see. First, compile time example is overloading. First, what is the meaning of overloading? Overloading, there are two types: function overloading, operator overloading. And again operator overloading again classified in two types: unary operator overloading, second one is a binary operator overloading. One by one see. First of all, compile time polymorphism example is overloading. We'll see overloading. Overloading. See, overloading means doing addition task by existing thing. So commonly we are calling as overloading job. Means the person do his own job, and when he perform additional job, additional duty, that is called as overloading. You take as a, in central government, extra work will be there, extra work, extra pay will be there. Regular timing is 9 to 5. When the person do duty after 5, So additional pay will be paid by that organization. So that is called overloaded duty. See, it means overloading means you take any object, if object when it will perform additional duty existing and additional duty when it will perform, that is called as overloading. So here in CPP, overloading supports for functions and operators. So overloading classified into two types. First one is function overloading. Second one is operator overloading. So operators again classified two types. First one is unary operator overloading. Second one is binary operator overloading. Okay. First of all, function overloading. In function overloading, function name is same, but it will perform different tasks. So when it will perform different tasks at compilation time, so it is called as a compile time polymorphism. At compilation time, it will perform different behaviors. Example, you will see function name area is one function, but it will accept different arguments: area of length comma width, area of circle, area of triangle. Then it will perform the task. So that is called as a function overloading. So different behaviors will perform at compilation time. It is also called as a compile time polymorphism. Why it is called static binding, static linking, we will see now. So runtime polymorphism, overloading, operator overloading. Operator overloading means when same operator when it will perform different tasks, that is called operator overloading. Example in C language. So actually this is multiplication operator. Same operator we are using for multiplication purpose and also pointer operator purpose. So this is called as a operator overloading, and it is classified two types: unary, binary. Before that, you will see function overloading. Why overloading is called as a static binding, static linking. We'll see one program. So program on function overloading. Say I am taking, so first integer area of integer length, integer breadth, return L into breadth. Float area of integer odd, return 3.141 into odd into odd. Then void main. See, I am passing direct CLR SCR, Cout. So first area of rectangle equal to area. I am passing length of it. Then Cout area of circle is equal to area of R. Then get CH and puts. So here I am passing direct values 10, 5. So 7. See here. So area of 10 comma 5. This is area. So first of all, C++ is a bottom to top approach language. First void means CLRSS area of rectangle. So here I am passing 10. This is 10. This is 5. 10 comma 5. I am passing. That will be received by this one. 10 will be received by L. 5 will be received by B. This is called as a binding. We are passing through actual arguments or parameters. you are passing parameter value that receives. This is called as a linking, and it is called as early binding or early linking. Once a linking is performed without any delay, it will perform the task, so it is called as early binding. Once at compilation time linking is performed. What is meaning of linking? Passing arguments that received by the dummy parameters, dummy values. After performing the linking without any delay, it will perform the task, so it is called as LV binding, LV linking. So, and after linking it will not change. If it is changed, it is called as a dynamic binding. If it is not changed, it is called as a static binding. After linking it will not change, so it is called static binding. After linking without any delay, it will perform the task, so it is called as a static linking, static binding, LV linking. So here area 10,5 will be received and it will perform the result, return the value will be returned here. Then circumference area, I am passing 7 will be received by this one and it will perform the area of circle, the value will be returned here. So here see, function overloading, function name is same, area, and this is inline function we discussed in the last class. Area is the one of the function, area is the one of the function. Function name is same, but here we are passing two arguments as a 10,5. Here we are passing as only one argument, that is 7. 10,5 will be received by area and it will perform the result, and 7 will be received by area, perform the result. So function name is same, but it will perform in different tasks, so it is called as a function overloading. Okay, and why it is called LV binding or static binding? LV binding means once linking is performed without any time delay, it will perform the task, so it is called as a LV binding. Without any changes, it will perform the task, so it is called as a static binding. Okay, now we will see overloading. The theory wise we will see overloading, and programming wise we will discuss in the next class. And theory wise we will see why it is called why virtual function is need to achieve runtime polymorphism. Okay. So you take as operator overloading. See, theory wise we will see same operator we are performing different tasks. See, so how we are specifying in CPP? Void operator minus A is minus A, B is equal to minus B. So what I am changing, what I am doing, I am changing the sign of the operand and again we are assigning into B. So this is called operator overloading. Say commonly minus operator is used for subtraction, but here minus operator we are using for changing the sign of operand. Same operator when we are using for another application, that is called as operator overloading. See, in unary operator overloading, in unary, this is example of a unary, it will receive input as only one operand, then perform the task. Whereas in the binary, it will receive input as two operands and perform the task. So that is called as a binary operator loading. In the binary operator loading, overloading, it receives input as two operands, then perform the task. Whereas in the unary, it will receive input as only one operand, then perform the task. So that is the difference between the unary operator overloading and binary operator overloading. Okay. So now we will come to runtime polymorphism. See, runtime polymorphism, also called as a late binding, dynamic linking. To achieve runtime polymorphism, we are using as a virtual function. Okay, say right. So for this purpose, we should know single value inheritance. You will see example. So I am taking as a class A, private, public, void show. Some code will be there, then over. Then class B, derived from public of A, private, public, so void show. So commonly, see, we are creating objects for derived class. So see, your theme is in base class, function name return type is same, derived class also function name return type is same. Now I am creating object. So here I am creating object. So in void main, see A1 is object, CLR is here. So A1 dot show, then A1 dot show. So A1 dot show, commonly we are creating object of derived. So we will take as a B1. So B1. So B1 dot show means cursor comes to first base class. So cursor comes to show. So it will execute show base. And second time also cursor comes to base class only. It will not comes to derived. Because in this object dot member function is same in base and derived. When you call with the derived object, it will goes to primarily base class only. So at compilation time, linking B dot show function linking is performed with the base class only. When you use virtual function, when you specify here as a virtual, so virtual, what it will do, the virtual function, when it will goes to this location and it will sends to here derived class. So after compilation, after linking, it will change. So it is called as a dynamic binding. So when you call B1 dot show, it will goes to base class void virtual show only. But what is the functioning of virtual? Virtual sends to the function call to same function which is in the derived class. After linking, it will changing. So it is called as a dynamic binding. After linking, it will take some time. So it is called as a late binding. So in CPP, late binding, dynamic binding, runtime polymorphism achieved by mainly done by the virtual function. So for this purpose, we are using virtual keyword. Virtual function is used to achieve runtime polymorphism in C++. Okay, so this is about polymorphism. Okay. Last topic of hooks concept is message communication. See, message communication means in object oriented in C++, every object contain two partition. First one is data, second one is function. Data and function. See, function to function data will be communicated. Function to function data will be communicated. Function to function data will be communicated. So data of object can be used by the function only. Data of the object can be used by the function only. In this way, the data will be communicated. So if you want to access object data through function only, but directly we can't access object data from outside function. So this is called data abstraction. Okay. So in message communication, how the data will be communicated through the function to function only, message will be communicated. These are the OOPS concept of C++. Today we focused on polymorphism and message communication. Message communication is the last topic of OOPS concept. Okay. Thank you.